recently had an owner come to me with a problem about their 8-month-old husky. Their husky had been just a nightmare on walks, pulling uncontrollably, and was also lunging at cars and people and just being really chaotic. And the owner just didn't know what to do anymore. So she came to see me. The first thing that we did, which is the signature part of my dog ownership method, was the energetic and behavioral assessment. This allowed me to get to the root of the problem and to identify what was really going on. Interestingly enough, it actually had nothing really to do with the dog itself, but the problem actually started with the owner. You see, the thing is, with all the negative experiences, this had caused the owner to be in a type of trauma, to relive those negative experiences, which led her to become, stressed, anxious, not really wanting to take the dog out on a walk. It just had been spiraling for way too long. So there was that. There was also the fact that the owner was trying to get a lot done prior to the walks. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. That was also causing her energy to be stressed. By the time she got out to her dog, she'd already been in that energetic state, that vibration, that trauma space. Essentially, you would mostly refer to it as survival state. If you've ever done anything with energy, quantum physics, manifestation, and likely if you're here, you probably are similar to me, like working on her energy, her nervous system regulation, doing activities, just becoming aware of it was a huge step in the process. And because if you're not aware of the problem, then you can't shift it, you can't change it. So that brought her relief to begin with. The fact that she now had a plan, I created a plan for her on how she was going to navigate the events leading up prior to the walk, get her in a calm, grounded state, show up as the leader that she needed to be with her dog before she even leashed the dog up and put the collar on the dog. Once we got her in a better state, mentally, physically, energetically, then we were able to implement and see how the dog responded. The dog actually responded really well, as if you're familiar with huskies, then you know that they are high energy, they can be a bit neurotic and in a frenzy. They're working dogs. They were bred to be working dogs. They have the genes and the disposition to be working dogs. They need a job. That's why they make great sled dogs. So the dog had been home all day without the owner. Of course, it's going to have pent up excessive energy. So I gave her some activities to do that allow the dog to expel some of that energy prior to the walk. So now you have her in a better grounded, energetic state. Her energy is more calm, it's grounded. She's not in a frenzy prior to the walk. She's not, so uncertain and fearful, because we broke that kind of survival state. We started chipping away at it, slowly breaking it down. And then we were able to approach the dog. The dog responded to her a lot better. Then we expelled the energy, like I just talked about. And then we tried leash techniques and putting the collar and leashing the dog up. The dog was responsive right away. Of course, it takes practice and consistency. That's important too. But by doing the work on herself first, her energy state, which changed her behavior, she presented herself to the dog and how the dog responded to her. If you're in a reactive mood, you're going to likely get the same from your dog. So that's why you need to shift your behavior and your energy first. Giving the dog an activity, a job, allows it to have their mental stimulation and burn off that excessive energy. And then we went on the walk. The walks started being a lot better, which caused the positive associations. We'd already started building the positive associations prior to the walk. So that helped with the trauma and the past events that she had already gone through. So because of these shifts that we made, she became happier, confident. She had relief. She felt hope in her dog again. She felt closer to her dog than she had been in months. The dog was responding to her better. She became a better leader, which obviously translated into other parts of her life as well, became calmer, and learned how to communicate better with her dog in the way that her dog needed and show up the way that her dog needed. So if you're struggling with your dog and you can relate to her in any way, or if you're going through another type of problem, dog training may work for a period of time. And the reason why it works sometimes in the moment is because that trainer is usually a good leader, has developed the skills and the abilities and the energy, and comes across the way that dogs need, has that experience. Whereas owners don't usually have that all the time, don't know that. That's why I'm here. That's why I do my dog owner coaching program, to teach owners how to be the leader that their dog needs, utilizing various techniques and strategies that I have developed through my signature dog ownership method and through the education that I have in the lifetime of experience with dogs. If you can relate to this owner's story, put Husky in the comments, and I look forward to working with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.